Yeah, do it.
2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, 2 HE grenades, and they're going to be throwing it on A.
I do miss being in an arena.
Oh, we got to get you back in one of them.
That was a lot of fun. But indeed, lots of utility. A execution coming in for the Brazilians. And the flashbangs en route as well. They did. Oh, dear.
Blocked it. Brollan's a gamer. He has to behead one quick. They are coming into the site. No smoke jungle. This is surely going to rumble their plans if Aleksib can hit more, but they are across. dumau braves the triple cross and is Config under scrutiny as well. They have fought for CT. Now that bomb can go down relatively uncontested.
We'll see what Aleksib can make of this. Creeps in towards Sandwich. Lasso answers back with the Glock. It's now bound to the 4-4, but Aleksib continues to push. Great backstab, but he has been surprised as well with CT spawn 180 to find the shot back to a 2-on-2.
Kit, Rez can maybe close the gap, but we have to force this fight on Sandwich. Head trick closing in. Can't find the head, and next can. Puts it all onto Rez. Yeah, the smoke's great, but he doesn't have the time to find these 2 heads. A nice attempt at the wallbang onto Cold.
Yeah.
But just playing this perfectly.
I don't think there's much that can be done now. The smoke won't even be deployed here. They are eluding him, to say the very least. And wow, there is a slight chance, but no time left officially now. Bomb will go off, and there will be a huge pistol there for 00Nation. A little bit strange with the smoke deployment, but overall, they managed to convert the round back and forth. Great effort, though, from Aleksib. The nice push into the bomb site. Managed to get the double kill there. Felt like they had a real chance after losing the first frag. Yeah, the 2 smokes landing.
Brollan blocked it.
It's sick.
If you could replicate that on a consistent basis, I know we've had people blocking the con smokes, the one that lands on the site side. You can kind of stand underneath it and intercept. We've seen people do it in window on occasions, but yeah, it's a niche. But is that a missed window smoke? Lads, 0-0 are coming middle, and they've missed their window smoke. This is peculiar.
Yeah, a wacky couple of rounds here, but we'll see if they can stick the landing.
Aleksib didn't have to block that one.
No, he definitely didn't. He just watched it slip by the wayside, unfortunately. But it is going to be the foursome response here. We have got NiP fully invested. Bear in mind, head trick not picking up much. He's going to stay for the AWP going forward. Aleksib for now, the chosen sniper. He'll have the scout armor combo. As we start probing towards middle here. 2 players towards underpass, and next, MAC-10 in hand. He'll be the point man here, trying to crack things open, presumably towards connector. That's CT's very passive. They've actually got a 3-man B setup right now, so they're anticipating a play on that side of the map. See if it comes through. We'll just hit sub 1 minute as well. Still just 1 smoke for 00Nation. No kills found, no damage done. Creeping up towards that connector. And the CT's now realizing it might not be the B attack. Yeah,
they are going to have to start moving around, or will they just commit to this gamble? Rez is pretty much on an island. He has Brollan towards the palace, and yeah, that is a big one to the dome. The helmet keeps him alive. And Cold Zera has been overrun. It's up to NQZ. Ouch, ouch!
Hello.
Config with 3 on the dig, and the round just disintegrates.
There just wasn't much conviction behind 00Nation there. They were waiting for some sort of mistake to come through or a frag to present itself, but they just took so much time. They just limp up short and just get destroyed. Would love to see the replay and how Config was fed the kills there. He has got a great deagle, but it sounded like a simple procedure for him. Aleksib, lovely shot there with the scouts as well.
Config, that's a hard shot to hit. When you're on 5 HP, you have to be the first to pull the trigger, but finding the precision at the same time, impressive. He's proud of that, and should be. NiP immediately take back control.
And there is a foursome response here, Alex, and it looks to be another A execution. We will see Brollan tested this time. Perfectly placed incendiary, gets away from trouble, and looking for the double kill, converts nicely, holds them at bay, and the utility keeps on coming. That's going to do damage towards the A ramp. dumau swallows it.
Yeah, problems for them now. I mean, it was about this element of surprise, all squandered, and they're testing Brollan. I mean, not necessarily the target I'd be aiming for.
Probably not, that's fair.
And head trick's already chipped further away at dumau. They will be stubborn about this. You can see they just continue to hope that there's going to be a re-aggress, and Brollan might oblige.
So why this round finds its logical conclusion, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
You played against Lucy in the opening bracket of the table tennis. I've got a player in the final. Have you got any tips? I'm actually feeling quite scared about it.
So what I would say is that Lucy is always going to get it back.
Why is she so mean though? She doesn't shake anyone's hand.
No,
She's there's shit talk going on. I want to be friendly and just kind of just have a nice game.
Certainly. I think definitely go to the school of humility. You know, come in and acknowledge her greatness.
So I shouldn't be like a villain or a character. Just turn
actually,
up.
I don't know. I think Lucy might get overwhelmed by a whole character. You know,
I can do a convincing dickhead, to be fair.
You've got years of practice.
I have. It's one of my many personalities. But yeah, I am worried. I think she might be the favorite after seeing her play, to be honest.
Yeah, no, seriously. I mean, especially because Janko, he's very tricky. He's got all these
He's a Serbian spin doctor.
Yeah, the SSD. But yeah, no, I was very impressed by Lucy's performance against the Spin Doctor, and I think that, yeah, though you are great, I think just a question of Lucy's consistency versus your speed. If you can keep the speed on if you could go for those finishing speed moves, we could be seeing a very
I haven't done any slams yet in the tournament. I don't want to embarrass myself and fly it off the table. My slams aren't great.
No.
I'm very good at keeping on the table, though, so that's what seems to win the
We could have some rallies, some very good rallies.
Yeah, I think you're right. But
that's the ESL Pong League. This is the ESL Pro League. We will be getting and resuming with the Pong once we get this map done.
The grand final.
Wow.
It's all on the line. Who's going to be the referee, though?
To play for. You know, I've been thinking about it. We've got a couple of options. I tried to get Michał Slavinsky on the line, but
that would have been fun.
He was unavailable.
Graham Pitt already left the building.
Unfortunately, yeah. We had a lot of good candidates for the referee shirt. Maybe we can get Hugo Byron involved.
I think that's the most sound choice.
He strikes me, you know, he has, like, his general demeanor is that of a referee.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, this is a interesting round, to say the very least. We're sitting in Spawn McGlocks, and I guess just hoping for a kill. Might as well be talking about table tennis with this one going down.
Or whiff-waff, or...
What's been your highlight Group C, Alex?
I'm so
We've
glad
had so many goofs and gaffs, so many sketches, so many videos.
I'm actually most excited for something that's being cooked up as we speak.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We said it's a BattleBot section.
Okay.
It has been announced.
Okay.
So that is coming, and I've seen the kind of robots built, and they do look impressive.
And I was a huge...
Not quite Robot Wars.
No, but I was a huge fan of Robot Wars. Like, that was perfect. Primetime TV, 6 p.m., Friday night.
So that means that once this game finishes, we've got two cracking pieces of content. We've got Robot Wars, and we have the grand final of the Ping Pong League. So that is going to be a hell of a Sunday night.
Yeah, what a great way to end your weekend. Some counter,
absolutely,
some Pong, some BattleBots.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So they've actually, just to be clear, Harry and Trace have built their own robots. They haven't bought them. They've actually spent the day, arts and crafts in the back, crafting these robots, and they actually look quite deadly. I wouldn't want to go near it.
I didn't even know Trace could do papier-mâché.
It's true.
Like, he doesn't strike me as a DIY guy, but yeah, he's been blowing up balloons, covering them in newspaper and PVA glue.
I love that so much.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Those were the days.
Indeed they were. At least we're back to the gun rounds now. That was agonizing to get through that anti-eco, but here we are.
I like the mid setup. It's very vogue to have these two early to try and fight for the initial request in mid. Now, Next has got a cross. Rez does turn the flash. Trade from Config short side. That's a valid trade, but this is a little different. He's going for info.
I think this is the time for Config to pop off in this group. He's had a pretty underwhelming tournament. He's recovering from illness, I believe. But this is the perfect opposition, right? This is where, on Mirage especially, his home map, what he's known for, aggression, pushing, being relentless in middle. That's what we want to see from Config. I haven't seen this tournament. Would love to see him just really pop off here.
I mean, we're about to get the head-to-head, right? In a dream world, they jiggle, but it looks like Config's actually coming. Oh, as they set up the run boost. Oh, okay, well, that's enough. Mission accomplished. It looked like he's confirmed at least two. Brollan covering for the swing of dumau. And the Incendiary now, again, delays the search for information. They are going to continue to be stubborn about the run boost. 55 and counting as the run boost being confirmed. You can see those fingertips poking out on the launch, and now NQZ at least establishes control for 0-0. But we saw them capitulating with mid-control round 2. I would hate to see them fall to a similar...
Yeah, I noticed this earlier in the match against Graham. They don't just seem to be very active on the map. And damage exchange there towards short. Both players will retreat. Brollan towards connector will be influential in the next 15 seconds or so. They enter. He is committed, and it's head trick. Lovely shot with the AWP, and it's Brollan. Good for one. 20 seconds remaining now, and they will be committing towards the A bomb site. No CTs to be seen. They're actually both scampering from the B side.
Oh, spots his toes, goes and finds lethality. Lato can't get the bomb. He doesn't have time, and if anything, he is just hoping to die. Yeah, no time for this, mate. Keeping hold of what he can.
Don't like the look of this for 00Nation. They're fumbling smokes. They're being very slow and passive on the T side. They're not playing with conviction. Yeah. It seems like they need a tactical timeout right now. Shake this one off. This is the last showing in the tournament, boys. Tournament life on the line. And let's pull it together, perhaps, because this is just looking a little underwhelming for them. But still early days.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's always just tough for me as well.
Oh, just to finish that point, sorry. This is their second best of 3 of the day, right? So some kind of fatigue issues, coming through. But just wanted to mention that.
No, that's fair. And a tactical timeout called as well, so I've got plenty of time to just highlight that you know, coldzera was undisputedly a world #1 level player. You know,
absolutely.
I saw a lot of interesting discussion recently. People were talking about K Serato and drawing parallels with coldzera, and you know, at their peaks, who was better, and blah. The game has changed a lot, but coldzera, you know, it must be. Or it's very difficult for me to process that 00Nation are like the 6th highest rated Brazilian team right now?
Yeah, I think we rated them the other day, or the Brazilian players came and rated them. They said they were like, 6th best Brazilian team, which doesn't sound good for coldzera, does it?
No.
Doesn't really suit him.
It doesn't suit him, and especially considering, you know, what was the initial 0-0 roster was full of names that I would, you know, I'd expect to see outside of the 6th, maybe top 3. But it hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows for them.
Well, this tournament, he has looked very good individually. He really is just hardcore CS right now. He says that's all he does. He's stopped working out as much just so he can be grinding the hours. But this one's going to be a rough one because they come in with the pistols here. 1 AK-47 for Lato. And here we go. A little bit of a push in towards the A-Ramp. Config.
Big kill.
Taken down.
Traded, though. That was the rifle. So these Tech-9s will surge. And Head Trick will take down dumau. More required as Palace could be an exposed angle. Brollan on those staircases. It's all Head Trick. Finding impact. And on that AUG, Brollan does deliver. He used to be a very deadly man with the scope rifles. He was, I think he'd actually hit his peak during the Krieg era.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah, what a strange time that was. A year of gameplay that no one wants to talk about anymore. I've got a question. Head Trick, I haven't been able to watch him very much. When I have watched him, he looks very streaky, very flicky. Not my favorite style of AWP. How have you found his showing here for an IP?
He is part of this new generation where, you know, everyone's a bit of a hobby AWPer. And he came up through the Na'Vi Junior project whereby he was, you know, secondary. He is a rifler, I think, at heart. I think a lot of AWPers were. You know, you don't come out the womb AWPing.
That's true, that's fair.
But what I do think is that, Head Trick, he does need more time. This is his first introduction into Tier 1 CS, and I mean, you can attest better than I. There is a whole level up in terms of expectations of you, communications, and all of the extra bits and bobs that make you know, a world-class Counter-Strike team. You can't learn that until you're there. Yeah,
it's just like some of the shots I see him take, like he'll miss the easy ones, like going for the flicks, and God, it's just frustrating sometimes to watch. Just if you just slow down a little bit, that one was on a plate, and you just sent your teammate down the river there. But either way, we have plenty of time to talk. Very slow pace from 00Nation.
Isn't it? But it is just, like, I could do this IGLing. I can say, right, guys, 1-3-1.
That's the thing. coldzera is in-game leading this tournament. They are missing PKL. That is a caveat as well, just to mention.
Right.
So bear that in mind. He doesn't like in-game leading. He even said it himself. He hates this situation. So
that's fair.
It's certainly reflected in the gameplay. It doesn't look like what we're used to seeing on Mirage.
Nor this.
Brollan is going for the killing blow here. On next, he's going to get it. That forces him to be.
The whole team knows this is going to be tough. 0-0. Good luck. Have fun. Aleksib only the one. dumau, big impact. They have the smoke up, and that's NQZ giving them an advantage. They will try a boost, but the AWP already staring at him. Brollan lives to tell the tale, but a 2-on-2 established and trying to be tricky with it. dumau caught through the smoke by that AUG, and coldzera knows they need to trade off this.
Yeah, good decision by coldzera to peel off there. If he goes down quickly, I don't think there's a chance he could win with the AWP, but this is looking good. Just needs one, secures the round, and there's not much time to go for the retake here. Brollan's going to give it his best shot, but is it even possible right now? The smoke is big.
Huge. He actually has a chance here with the kit. Just to find an awkward angle. It's going to be pistol, Glock. Oh, he's overthinking it. NQZ not going to find him, and they get the round. That was theirs. dumau did so much hard work.
Why didn't he run out of knife him?
Yeah, that's when the knife is the one, especially because he had the
toes. It's a 5-second defuse. You're choosing to go around the bomb site, use the Glock and just guess where he is on 100 HP. The knife, at least you can go in slashing, get a sound cue as to where he is, seal the deal. That was the moment there.
Yeah, he is sticking out. He is sticking out as well.
Oh, bro, I want to see his reaction. He's quite calm about it, I suppose, but damn.
Yeah, just a tough fight.
Yeah, coldzera's
got his...
So, bro, we stole that round away. We didn't even deserve to win it.
He's pissed. He's pissed, Henry. Look at this. He's just holding W into the angle, and he's the first to fall. Okay, timeout.
Timeout for sure, right, guys? This is all falling apart. The wheels have come off.
Yeah, it's just sparks on the road right now. It is not pretty.
Can it be recovered, though?
Oh, he's baited the shot, and he's adjusted into res. Config will not make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, well, that got a bit too close, didn't it? Yeah. But dumau, like I said, he had an amazing series against Greyhound. He was posting 30 kills on Mirage, and I'm a big fan. I wasn't really on my radar before this tournament, but made a name for himself. Can he get a step closer? I don't like this.
What's he doing?
At all. This is really weird round.
Config's getting
Like, this is buying time and hitting the shot. No scope headshot has to go for. That will do, I guess. What is going on? Someone take a timeout so we can everyone calm down.
We can all piece our brains back together again. I mean, the one thing I did take away from our interviews with NiP is that they are incredibly, volatile in the best way, in the worst way, in the sense that when everyone's hitting their shots, I know that's a big if.
Here we go.
When everyone is hitting their shots, and they're playing their game,
right?
They could think they could beat anyone. Great statement, really empty and vague, but what it does leave me to conclude is that when Config's doing things like this and they're still winning, or when guys are overthinking and not knifing you when you defuse, you have a couple of those, it feeds the machine of NiP, and that's when this is really whirring into action. Right now, 0-0 against NiP that truly believe this is their playoff spot.
What they need right now is to steal one of these sort of rounds away.
Yes.
Winning with the pistols in AK-47, it would raise morale and let them start believing once again. Here we go, the start.
What are you doing? You've prophesized that Hendrix does get away with a good one onto Lato. Seems Rez returns us to normality.
Back we go. And just next remaining. And it's a pretty clean round in the end after losing the initial frag. But there it is, 8-1. Bear in mind, though, we had a 14-1 earlier that got converted into a victory for Vitality. So anything can and will happen in Pro League. That's something I've learned over the years, Alex. I don't know if you have the same feeling, but it's just nothing really makes sense. It's like the Twilight Zone in this room, especially.
Yeah, once you walk through the corrugated iron, your world turns upside down.
It's so bizarre, some of the games we've had and the results, the comebacks. Like, bear in mind, we had, what, like a 12-0 comeback last week, and then this time 14-1.
Oh, Henry, I didn't press the 8-7 button. One second, hang on.
True, it's still available as well.
Okay,
8-7 still can happen. That is also the other outcome. It's either a huge blowout into overtime or 8-7 every game.
Yeah, well, Rez has already dealt a nice heavy blow, and Nex has already copped a big ding, big one back. Rez double, and Brollan just for the final flourish. There is no stress, no sweat for the Ninjas as this 9th seems to be imminent. He's even going to find more, isn't he? Just going to play around that smoke, will mantle up upon his own discretion. Upon the fade, though, dumau sit duck for the spray. Great on the org and repositions. No trade available for NQZ. I told a porky pie. Still 2 AWPs in play as well. Make it 3 if you count the NQZ.
Okay, he's not going to be winning this one. I've been asking all the other commentators today, have they ever had a haunted experience or seen a ghost? Have you got anything for me?
I'm afraid not, Henry. I don't.
Nothing at all?
Like, I can't even make
no
one
paranormal activity, no poltergeists?
No, I did used to get nervous when I was first left home alone. Like when you've got to the age where you don't need a babysitter, but you're still
I hated those days. I remember a man knocked on the door once. I hated like under the sofa for like an hour. He just wouldn't leave.
I was convinced someone was at the back door, and it was dark, and I couldn't see out, and I think that was probably.
So you tricked yourself, but that's the closest you've got to a ghost.
And then my dad brought a book called "Your Mind Is Tricking You," and explained that you could believe.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was cute. He read it to me at night.
Yeah. And it was. Your mind was tricking.
It was really good. It had illustrations of like scary things in the shadows. Your mind.
And you've carried that with you into your adult life.
Honestly. What's it called?
Well, at least we got something there. We might not have got a ghost story, but we got some life advice.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what that was called. I'm going to have to ask him. But either way, that's another round, and we just watched someone save for a minute.
I know, that's why I had to bring something out the bag, because that was going nowhere. So, double up set up the CT side. You can see the Sun have some fun now. You can see NiP, they're willing to take a lot of fights. They've got the AK-47s out as well. Brollan, he's got the AUG out, enjoying that. And right now, 00Nation not even making a dent in these rounds. I can't believe they gave up the round in the B bomb site with the Glock situation. Bloody hell.
Yeah, and dude, like I know it's T side, but how often do you see a team with never saving? I know this is a T side, but I'm just saying that normally in round losses, you see teams play the economics. It just results in these tech nines with a single AK with limited resources, and why does he look like he's in pain? I mean,
he's speechless. He's like, lads, I don't know what's happened here. You're on your own.
Bora. That means let's go. I learned that one. Yeah, Pain Gaming taught me that one.
It's pretty cool.
It's better. We can add it to our Vamos. We've only got
that's the only
two words.
Obrigado.
Oh, nicely done.
That's one.
There you go.
One of the words, I believe.
Yeah, your Portuguese is coming along nicely.
And a buy is available for Paella. I would say just start throwing the faster paced strategies at this point. Like, start getting executions, be executions. Like, let's just do it off the bat. Like, these defaults are not working for them. They're not working for me. They ain't working for anyone. Let's just do some executions, get that bomb down, and actually start having a chance of closing some of these rounds out, because right now you're getting wrecked.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point in time, it is only Brollan responsible for this part of the map. They did line up for the full exec, and I think it's still likely going to be thrown out. They've got 2 smokes remaining. They already have A lion's share of their team about to peek into this angle from Brollan. It's quite an off angle, but it's on a timer from that smoke in Palace. You can see he does choose to reposition prior to contact. NQZ looking for that opening. They are just going to contact walk in.
Don't mind this.
This works. Spotted, in trouble, overthinking, pulls out the incendiary, does go wide, still Brollan a threat, gets 1.5, good damage on the following.
Yeah, he did pretty well, all things considered there. Caught off guard, still takes one down with him, does a lot of damage, and the rotations are coming through. Bear in mind, a double AWP setup here. Config trying to negate these smokes, and it will be Rez on top of the steps here. He's got plenty of vision, however, and they still need to cross towards the site. Great shot from Config.
Very nice from the Dane. Rez still on the stairs, and Config's not done. Again, just rips apart 00Nation upon entry, and yeah, coldzera, he's going to do as best he can. 4 ninjas barreling towards him, trying to bait nades on his face, and his Config for 3. This is going one way and one way fast.
Like you said, they were going to go the full execution there, and they changed the plan last minute, went for the contact play. That's going to be even more frustrating for them because it just obviously didn't work out at all. So you're not really believing your initial calls. You're changing things that are collapsing. 10-1 down. Money is broken, and it's not getting anywhere near planting the bomb. Still time. Getting 4 rounds on the T side of Mirage isn't the worst thing in the world. It's recoverable, but it needs to start after this round. Really needs him to wake up. Let's just do a B rush. Let's not overthink, lads. Just get in there, whip the smokes down, flash is over, and let's just get it done, shall we? Finally, we're just going to see some pace from them. Yeah. Get in. Just give it a go. Meet
your demise. A miss from Config. That could open up second frag for him. Oh, God, it's literally a peanut gallery. It's like he's just got a shotgun. He's pointing it into a barrel, and he's going fishing.
I appreciate my call didn't work there. It all fell apart. But at least we were together, and we gave it a go. And we got through the first window, at least. We'll get the bomb down this round. I would like to see some more pacing. Maybe another timeout, honestly, but what do you even say at this stage? Like, your in-game leader's missing. coldzera has taken up the mantle. And, yeah, it's all falling apart. This is the worst feeling in the world as the in-game leader. You're getting battered and bruised. You don't really know what to do. It's not even your position. And they're looking to you to, like, make the magical call that's going to save the day. There isn't one. People need to start fragging. They know the playbook.
And you can see it reflected in the 0-0 frag distribution. Like, there's one frag separating top from bottom. No one is online. They just they felt helpless. And I mean, that reflected as well in NiP's finances. They just haven't died an awful lot as a product of 0-0 just being very absent in the feed. We are going to be seeing that same default crawl. dumau housekeeping B. coldzera was early on the Palace. And you've got this 3-man setup with a run boost for that AWP. But it is all happening. They're going through their flowchart, but they don't gain anything. The NiP are giving you mid. They're happy for you to walk around there.
Yeah, you got Config posted on shore, the AWP. He'll smoke towards connector, suggesting there's a bit of one-way action going on, and we're reclaiming territory here. The CT's probing towards the A ramp, hoping to secure it, denying the execution potential that way. Rez might get a lovely little kill here. He seems to be aware, but dumau. There we go. The first opening frag we've seen in some time. A 5-on-4 now. 50 seconds remaining. Do not squander this time. Don't leave it down to the clock.
Yeah, good smoke, good frag. dumau has mid control. And the advantage given to the boys. Can Head Trick hold his nerve for this jiggle? Shadow. Oh, and an opportunity. Slips by the wayside. Will reposition to housekeep towards connector. Now losing ramp on Brollan. Chipped away. And yeah, this is great for 0-0. If they can just find a flawless round here, that path to 4, Henry, is being laid out.
They need the deadliest scoreline in the world right now.
Yeah, they really
need 11-4. That would help them out. That's, this is a guaranteed round. Nice stuff. Had plenty of time to work with there, didn't run the clock down to 0, managing to trade out kills, and actually had a clean streak as well. So, Config, they've got so much money, he doesn't have to save this AWP, but it is an AWP, so he will.
Saw Zonic heading to the multi-solicitor's office, actually. He's making sure that the law is put in a Maltese aisle. It's obviously they're yet to.
I love how out of control that meme has got. Like, it's like we mention it like every time, every broadcast, every day. It's on Twitter all the time. Like, it was probably just like a throwaway comment. It doesn't really mean anything.
No,
like, it just gets brought up all the time.
And it got to the point where actually, like, all of the stats gods went into the numbers and actually looked. It's like something like, 70% of the time, people close out on 11-4, 16-5. You know, it's like...
It does make me laugh though. I just think it's so silly just to bring it up.
But I also love that it is, it couldn't be a better person's law. It wouldn't work if it wasn't Zonic.
Yeah, that's true.
It has to be Zonic's
I would never say
law.
it around him. I'd be too scared to mention that joke in front of him. I don't think he'd enjoy it very much.
I also feel about that guy from the NA Pug Realms, Bogdan, you know?
Oh, I miss him.
The fact that he still has a lore, admittedly introduced through
Bogdan's lore.
through a different means.
That's so epic though, like Steel, like
just getting under Steel's skin.
Molding, yeah.
Absolutely.
I used to play in a team with Steel, and just like some of his rants are just legendary. Like having boot camps with him, like was so much fun because when I'd actually look forward to losing games just to see his reaction. That's where we got to in our team. Didn't do very well, as you might imagine, but I used just to enjoy the aftermath, the tension in the group after he would explode
Henry
on the
G, Steel, who were the rest?
Som, Pez, and Vertigo.
Oh, bro, and that's
wasn't the best team of all time. No one's saying that, but we had a lot of fun.
Josh Nissan, man, he's a good dude.
He is one of my favorite people.
Let's see what's happening here. Oh, full config. Actually, lucky to have gotten away with that, but this is a bit of a quicker pace. And Rez is happy to receive him next, the first of all. And again, it's an NiP advantage. I say that with bated breath. Aleksib immediately pulls the ripcord, drops his smoke, and just tries to play time. Tries to live on the site. Rez is going for the flank. Cold, though. Just a pixel. Visible. And a good peek. What's going on? Lato caught just as he pulled out the nades. A good trade. We got a 3-on-3. That bomb's still not planted.
Liking this a lot more from 00Nation. Got a bit of pep in their step now, if you don't mind me saying. Execution, breaking through to bomb sites, not rushing the plant. NQC in position with the AWP as well. They have the advantage here, but the CTs rotating it. Reds towards short. Not anymore. What a shot that is.
One bullet. And that's the response. Brollan lives off, gets away. NQZ reveals his location via trajectory. Head trick posted for it, and NQZ gets it. A big frag up on the barrel. Elevated, and now looking for Brollan, and it's a clean headshot from coldzera as they recover the half.
I love that. That was really good. That was a perfectly played round. They got the execution in towards B. It was simple, methodical, and they hit their shots as well. And yeah, like I said, 11-4 is actually a pretty feasible half in terms of bringing it back and actually potentially winning the map. But it would all start with the second half pistol, and they, of course, have to find the fourth round. We'll see what they can do. They've obviously got a full buy here. AWP for NQZ.
Yeah, NiP have had a dream half, really, in the sense that they've had a weapon every round.
It looked fun.
Yeah, they definitely have been having fun.
Just enjoying yourself out there on the server.
What, while you battle for
with
playoffs?
The boys, yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like they are having that level of fun. And that's a nice opening from NQZ. A happy sausage gets himself away. Rez has been caught over the top of that smoke. He's been going for that fight on multiple occasions. This time, Rez obliges. A slither gap held here by Head Trick. Look at that. Just going to play off the info. I doubt dumau's going to slow crawl around. Aleksib B playing the bricks position allows him to support B whilst also having vision on any window crawls. Next towards the Delpan position. Maui thought it was bench. I've never been more surprised.
Oh, I don't want to get into that whole Pandora's box.
Yeah.
I've got many thoughts about the whole situation. It's probably not appropriate right now.
Is it Edward? Is it Get Right?
Right. So, they found that opening pick, that elusive opening pick.
Double HE, very well timed from the CTs. Now, Config. He's not going to let Lato slip. Up the ramp, now posted as well, conscious of the pressure from Connector. Brollan to try and provide some overwatch, and coldzera times it very well. Betrayed by the scope sound, Cold just immediately takes the fight. Brollan caught unawares, and now up to Aleksib as the bomb.
That's a bomb. dumau, what are you up to? There's a spacing. What was going to happen there? Oh no, not like this.
He doesn't have to move.
They definitely won't be getting the 11-4 after that, Alex.
No, 12 is in the bank, and I think it is a whole lot of fun for NiP right now. Quite the contrast for 00Nation. 3 rounds, swapping sides. Let's see what they got.
too long, sitting so quiet. Now it's looking like David Goliath, fighting the giants, killing the tyrant, ducking the sirens. I don't care if my account is sitting in minus. I got the Midas touch. Enemies better line them up. Fight fair, now I'll erupt. Woo! There isn't a plan B, plan A only. Take the fight to their place, tell it to their face. Freedom is what they owe me. They know me cause I'm shaking the room up. And nothing is too much. Take a trip, then I cool off. Let's do lunch. Freedom is ours. You know, fist up, we got power. Woo! Hey, say it again, man. Freedom is ours. Fist up in the air. Who got the power? You know. Hey, say it again. Freedom is ours. We got the power. We gonna make it. This thing ours. We're gonna squeeze that laminator, sweet or sour. We got the room shaking. That be the mood breaker. You better move, breaker. You say it, man. Freedom is ours. I'm awake, I'm alive. I am the cake and the prize. I've been feeling energized. I ain't into telling lies. Got a draw like Enterprise. I ain't tripping off of pride. I've been in my bag. I ain't really gotta brag. I was posting on the app. See they getting mad. I be dripping with the swag. I be dripping with the sauce. I don't care what it costs. I might take a loss. That's the price of a boss. I might pull up like a horse. 911 on the Porsche. I've been bowling like a sport. I've been bowling like LeBron. With some women hella fine. I ain't into wasting time. I've been on my grind. I've been trying to shine. Hold up. Better don't stop. Better don't stop. 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 It's that real life Avengers. I be really in the trenches. I done came up off the benches. I be really getting splinters. I ain't tripping off an image. I be rocking something vintage. Pop up with the spinach. He's a viral!
Ninjas in pajamas are having a blast. And on the other side, you can see 00Nation are head in hand. Quite literally, as myself and Henry are here to bring you the action.
So it is Mirage. They played it earlier today. If you are just joining us, there's a few concessions to be made on the 00Nation side. It's their second best of 3 of the day. They're missing their in-game leader, coldzera, having to step up to the plate in that regard. And they did play Mirage earlier. They beat Greyhound 69 to close out the series. Actually a pretty convincing performance. It was nothing like this, though. They're looking like a different team right now, whether it's fatigue or the communication issue. I'm not sure, but things just look off for them. They managed to scramble together, 3 rounds total. They're on the CT side now. It's still possible, absolutely, but it's the way they've been playing. It hasn't they've already got close to winning any rounds.
I'll say it. I will say it, as every caster must at some point in their career. But if they get the pistol, Henry...
that's a good point. I didn't consider that.
If they get the pistol, I will also add an extra little layer to this one, which is, well, if they get the pistol, and let's not forget, it's probably easier without Cold calling on the CT side. You know, Cold's responsibilities can be more focused on the crosshair. Everyone knows what's expected of them on this defense. And flashes were so good, but Lato has racked up another headshot. Head Trick, on the other hand, has a backstab. One into the dome, needs another towards bench. Next is there. Cold is dancing. There's 2 bodies confirmed by the Ninjas on this B site.
It's a weird round, isn't it? They're trying to take down these remaining CTs towards B. Config with a lovely flank, but the murder horse got broken. It is now. Great shot. Back to a 3-on-3. And they could fall back here. They're actually going towards A, Alex.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Config's frag has given them this opportunity.
Well, we'll see Config and Aleksib operate in tandem here. No utility, but great positional control. Config locking down CT spawn. Aleksib on the steps, watching connector as well. This is looking good. This was a 5-on-3 deficit.
I love their angle. And then, dumau cracks the skull of Aleksib, and now a 1-on-3 for Config. Can the Berserker do anything? There's 3 barreling towards him. They're not in a hurry, using their numbers to pull the crosshair. He's chipping away at them, but overwhelmed as dumau's triple is converted into a 4th.
Well handled there, 00Nation. No pistol blunders in the second half, and there it is. They pick up the round. 3 players survive as well, but the bomb was planted. Bear that in mind. An important factor for this follow-up round. It means AK-47s are available in some capacity.
Yeah. Well, they did win the first pistol. as well.
They have won both pistols.
Yeah.
Okay, and they are 12-4 down. It's
Yeah.
not ideal. I forgot about that. Yeah,
So did
good
I.
point.
I just
They've won both pistols
just
now.
remembered.
That's rough. Okay.
They won the pistol and then lost, what was it, 11 rounds in a row.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. So we're going with Galils instead of the AKs, meaning you can get a bit more utility. Galil is a bargain rifle, very effective for the price point. Up against the MP9 for next, but they've got a lot of firepower on the CD set as well, so they're preparing for this. They knew this was coming with the bomb being planted. They want to have suitable firepower to answer back with, and we'll see it all slow down for now. NiP know they can pretty much win this map if they pull this round off, so it's obviously very important in the grander scheme of things.
Yeah, you can see that the setup is hinging on these SMGs finding early contact. And the CTs are quite light on nades as well, so it's just going to come down to Angels, essentially. Let's see if 00's individuals are up to the task. Good chip damage, head trick spotted out. dumau Turks into the site as well. They've got 3 here. Oof, and dumau first to connect. A nice headshot, manages his spray. Takes down Brollan on the palace position. Aleksib does get nothing done. A great supportive flash.
Well, this is more like it. This is what dumau looked like earlier. Like I said, I think it was 28 kills he got against Greyhound in that 69 victory, and he looked red hot. This is more like it. This is a huge round to pick up, but the job's not quite done yet. 4 on 2. Config, low HP, heads up towards shore, joined by Headtrick. And the B bomb site is the best option for them. Just latter there, but coldzera is considering a rotation here as he walks in towards kitchen.
Yeah, no, nice move from Cold. When you're in such an advantage, you want to get
Doesn't
the
have
info
to take this fight
safely and cleanly. That's lovely. Lato and dumau. 2 names I feel like we're going to be saying a lot in this second half.
Yeah, if they're going to stand a chance, they do need to step up and show us what they're capable of, because we didn't see much of it in that first half. Should be around to take a breath, cool off, because it's going to be the full eco now from NiP. And dumau, this was actually a great display of skill here. Brollan should have probably got that kill, to be honest with you, but still, dumau mows them down. Great work with the AUG. A weapon that's getting a bit more love this event.
Yeah, well, first Brollan on his CT side, and now dumau here.
It's a bit of a mainstay on Anubis, especially anchoring that A bomb site. That's where I like to use it the most.
Yeah,
but,
there's some fights that so much better suited to that scope. Levels the odds, and NQZ actually extends the odds further in 00Nation's favor. It was just a light buy. Say light buy, call it an eco. Just a couple of those Desert Eagles. At some point, it's been referred to as a deco, even. But
someone has said that before.
It's been done before.
Yeah.
Config is very deadly with his. We saw that in their second round.
Absolutely true. And he'll be holding towards top and middle right now. Brollan waiting for an opportunity.
I don't know if there's a universe where the Glock gets this over an AUG with a helmet, but Brollan's brave enough to have a go. And Config is getting info off the shoulder of coldzera. I reckon dumau is going to rack himself a couple of extra frags here if they do choose to test that B-bomb site. But right now, they're just hanging out in middle. Nice nade damage right down NQZ's gaming jersey. And they do slip on in, but this is dumau's responsibility. He is being very vigilant and diligent.
Yeah, holding the ideal position. Should be able to get a couple of kills there. Converts those. Headtrick finally takes him down, but the round is secure. coldzera starting to warm up as well as he gets his 11th frag. And we're actually going into round number 19. It's starting to heat up somewhat, 12-6. And money is available for NiP. So with their first gun round, it'll be indicative as to which direction we're going towards. NQC is AWP. Money is pretty good on the CT side as well. A couple of FAMASs, but those are carried over. So the finances are decent. This round was good. No problems here. And 5 AKs across the board for NiP. No AWP for Headtrick.
Yeah, going to need all the... As let's see NiP's first gun round. What does it look like? What does it feel like? A miss from NQZ, and already he's been brought very low. Config passes them in the smoke, but spotted out, and dumau does it again. Takes down the hardest hitter. NQZ, yeah, dead on the cross, but it's enough of a bait for Next to reveal himself lethally. Molly's good. Frag. Ooh, not quite. Rez lives to tell the tale, but a dink was found. 3 on 3.
Completely blind there. Rez, thanking his lucky stars, he pulls that one off. He goes down to 11 points of health, but pulls off the 3 on 3. And they've bailed out. The retreat has come through. They're going towards the B side now. Aleksib to hold off rotations. He'll be dropped, and that's coldzera now with full control. If he gets back into the B bomb site, he'll be there in time and actually have the advantage.
Yeah, he's actually opted to stay in ladder, so there is like a red carpet being rolled out And I think Cold's hearing all of this, so he will be there in time.
Yeah, he's got a guaranteed kill on Rez. Oh, the smoke is epic for coldzera. That's the experience shining through there.
He knew exactly what was up. Didn't need X-ray to catch that spray. And now Head Trick, yeah, he's been thrust into an impossible 1 versus 3. I say impossible. If he finds Lato and isolates now, nah, perfect. As he holds it with the Vamas, out-aimed, out-brained, and a 7th. So will we see a response from the Ninjas in Pajamas, or will 00Nation continue to go on a run similar to that of their opponent? As I said, 11 rounds in a row. And right now, they're up to no good. They've got themselves the 4th. Just hoovering up what rifles they can find before they get that diffuse through. And it's going to be the double AK recovered and another round on the board.
Well, here we go.
Oh, look at this. Side by side, the support staff from both teams just... Oh, I watched a great piece. They had some football fans. I think we should try and do this at a CS event, but they had some football fans. They had to watch the whole game, like the rivals, one team and the other team. They had all their fans next to each other, and it was who can make the least noise. Like, you can't make a single peep while watching the full 90 minutes.
Wow. That was like a, what, social experiment or something?
Yeah, essentially. It was just hilarious because they scored at like the 80th minute, and you could just see a whole group of men silently like bouncing up and down.
Yeah, we definitely give that a go. Maybe in Rio.
Yes, maybe in Rio. That would be perfect. You put them on like a Fury or Imperial game and no one can cheer.
Well, 00Nation cheering right now. 4-0 up, Alex, in the second half. This is much more like it. Money decent. Haven't given too much away, and it's NiP struggling now. With maximum loss bonus, they're still having a few concessions in round number 20 at Galil for Aleksib, and
this is a Pro Next special.
Dude, this is old school. I said this earlier. coldzera pulled this off against Greyhound. I said, I haven't seen this in about 5 years. This is an old get-right move. And
yeah, it is. It really is.
And like it works. We're talking about meta being like a circle, essentially. So when things like this or plays or positions go out of fashion, eventually, on a long enough timeline, they'll come back in because no one's checking it anymore. No one's expecting this play.
Because most people in Cold's shoes are doing the jump peek for info, right? But you're not clearing that corner as often. The molly's no longer valuable, and therefore he's not as vulnerable to be caught out by this B split. Now, they've cleared ladder. They've got res in the apps, and Cold's actually going to go for this off angle, just tucked in tight. Upon the fade, he'll try and play. They'll actually re-smoke him. They really want them to try and disrespect the smoke.
It's actually looking quite good. 30 seconds here. They might have to. They'll run and gun through, but they're getting mowed down.
I love that. Cold didn't go for the tightest corner, and Rez pre-fired it. So positioning godlike, and so are the kills. No one from 00Nation goes down. Cold is one exception to the rule, but that was just Brollan for survival.
Well, this is more like it. Excellent setup there for 00Nation. Saving those smokes until the last possible moment there. NiP had no choice but to push through. And you can see the outcome here. Very comfortable finish for the Brazilians. And they might be able to take out Brollan as well. 2 seconds after time, potentially waiting for it. Brollan will survive, but a nice idea by Next Step. Oh, okay.
Coming for me? You want my gun?
Not sure about that. Little bit BM.
NiP, though, still yet to leave the starting line. And I love this from Cold.
Really
just the whole round was beautiful. And you see Lato again tested on B, and every time so far he's passed his test. His FAMAS, AK, doesn't matter. Still dealing the necessary damage. And now the coach's turn to get on the mic. This is actually an NiP timeout. They've used their second of the 4 provided. It's DJL on the left-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, I think the tone will shift in a couple of rounds if they keep this up. NiP need to be careful. It's 12-8, sure. Still in the safety zone, but 00Nation are looking red hot right now. They're building their resources. The cash is there. They've got AK-47s on the CT side, and players like dumau are coming online. That's a scary prospect for them. We'll see what can be done. And actually, even with the maximum loss bonus, NiP are entering the round with Tech 9s, PT50s, and AKs. And they're going for the B play by looks of things. Brought on alone towards Palace.
Oh yeah, let's see what Lato can do again. We talked about him consistently passing his tests. Well, he's going to get a lot very early.
So this is a B fake by looks of things. You can see the bombs down in towards like T spawns. They're going to drop all the utility potentially towards B and trying to keep the rotations here, and then go back and grab the bomb, heading towards A with Brollan, and hopefully find a gap.
Perfect. Gap found. Manufactured by Config's Tech 9. He does get shut down, and next, very quick to the draw on that Palace fight, but NQZ roaming around and overwhelmed. Rez gets away with murder as he recovers an AWP, takes down the only threat really on the A side of the map. Now Next has got himself out of CT and onto the site.
Yeah, that's a great position, and it's unclear where NiP will finish up here. They've still got a minute, and they've recovered the AWP as well, but Rez is in no man's land. Not feeling comfortable at all, needs to get out of this position. Wishes he had an AK right now. We'll see what he can make of it. He will go down next. Strong position towards the A side. They'll have to go back towards B. And Lato, as you mentioned, ready and waiting with the AK-47.
Yeah, his crosshair placement's just been very good for these fights. Head trick, though, not going to be fooled twice. Need this cleanly. Aleksib delivers. It's a rifle for him to work with and a 2-on-2. Now Cold next on the chopping block. Bomb will go down safe. How good is the Finn? Ooh, handed his ass by coldzera. And now 1v1. Wow, trick, quick. He needs one more. Up against Next, looking for his triple as well. This is a big one for the Ninjas. Can they get their first T round? Next from the window. Head trick in position wisely and catches him on the jump up. But the Brazilians close it out, deny the 1 versus 2 and extend their lead. This 12-3 is running quickly back to an equalized scoreline.
It absolutely is. The streak continues here. The CTs are looking sharp. Next with 3 kills in the round and closes out the 1v1 as well. Very difficult one with 0 information. You've lost track of him completely there, but he pulls it off. And what a lovely shot from coldzera as well. I think someone once said, rolling back the years, he might be doing that right here, right now, Alex.
And on Mirage, no less, Henry.
Exactly.
It's the map he was known for. And on that B bomb site, no less, just popping heads. Aleksib had no time to react for that one. And so strap in, folks, round 22, and it's still dead silent from the Ninjas in pajamas. That's the closest they've come. I mean, right down to a one-on-one.
Yeah, that was just 1 AK and pistols, so it will raise morale in that sense. We just came so close to winning a round with almost nothing. Let's see what we can do now with the full buy. But yes, still yet to post a T-sided round, and that is alarming for multiple reasons. And 00Nation more than happy to take that streak on the CT side. They are back in this game. This one's back on for sure. All for NQZ. And a double setup towards the shadow position, I believe. So, yeah, I saw this earlier as well. We'll see whether they can pull it off. They did get mollied and spammed out by Greyhound before. No one got any frags in this setup, but they're running it again.
Yeah, I would imagine that they have a game plan for when the molly, if the molly comes.
Yeah.
Like a smart smoke that helps them hold.
Exactly. But they did that and just got both died spammed straight
Right.
after. That was the problem. We'll see if this works out for them this time or whether they're even activated.
Well, the smokes are up. So NiP have just bought themselves a 20-second window where vision in mid is denied. No help from connector, no help from window, and they're clearing short together as they do maneuver forward. Next one's info ramp. dumau will swing, pulls it clear, can burrow in from the palace position. Next, smoke doesn't get him anywhere as Brollan does open up the account for the Ninjas. Config a double upon entry, and dumau, I love this angle. Love this angle, catches them completely, pants down.
Oh! Thought he got a second there. That round was back on if he did. 3-on-1, NQZ pretty far removed from the situation. Would have to be handed the round at this stage. Not really worth going for it considering his cash. And that previous round cost him a lot. They won it, of course, but they lost 4 players there, so the reinvestments had to come through, so he had to save the AWP here. And hear the footsteps of a vaulting config, who's on the hunt right now, but smells blood elsewhere. Decides to go towards underpass.
Yeah, he's just looking for a rug. Incredibly expensive rugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mind-blowing. Let's config.
Very high quality, though.
Yes, absolutely. And, especially considering the amount of action going down near the store, you have to have your prices high. You're probably not getting too many customers braving the underpass. Nice pattern work.
I need a rug, actually.
What? I think you'd go for the red
I've
one.
moved to a new apartment. Like, there's nothing there. Like, it's like a 3-bedroom apartment with just my PC in the corner.
How do we get some
clothes.
character in there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm not a real human.
Yeah, well, maybe we give you like a weekend where we go full interior
We should go to like the vintage shops and just like charity shops and find knickknacks.
You need knickknacks.
Yeah.
You need paddywhacks.
And I'll give the dog a bone as soon as I get back. I would love a dog, not a loud one.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Could we get like those old robotic dogs we used to have?
The Sony dogs,
Yeah.
it kind of just comes up to and all it can really do is like dance, I think.
Yes,
Like,
or sit. I think it could sit.
I was obsessed with the idea of Furbies when they first came out. Like, I built it up in my mind like it was going to be like my new best friend. Like, I saw the advert and I thought, this is life-changing. Finally, I'm going to have someone with me all the time to talk to. And it was the most underwhelming thing I've ever had. Like, same with Tamagotchis as well. Thought I was going to be a friend. Wasn't.
No, it was just a responsibility. Actually,
Yeah.
I remember remember my mum spending most of the days when I was at school having to keep them alive. Like, I got really
texting her,
upset.
"Mum,
Like, Mum, why is there poop all over the floor? You promised me you'd look after it.
Oh, they were quite... I think you should bring Tamagotchis back. Have a keychain on your belt as a Tamagotchi instead of keys. Have a Tamagotchi on your... That's actually kind of sick.
Okay, hold on. Just stop talking about
it. Actually, don't steal that idea, please.
No, please, guys,
it would be lame,
please.
actually. It'd be really uncool if
It'd be
you did that.
so horrible and stupid. No one should do that apart from me.
I used to have the Digimon one as well, where you could battle them. You like connect them together. Do you remember that?
What?
Digimon ones where you could connect them together, and then you like they would battle against
via
each other, like
infrared.
Tamagotchis. Yeah, like we used to think it was like some sort of like Wi-Fi technology. We'd run around the school and see how far the distance would go, but it was obviously predetermined. They were just fighting. That would be it.
Yeah,
but
probably.
It was still good memories there. Nothing's happening in that whole monologue about Tamagotchis. I'm not sure how, but we're back in the room. If you've got any good Tamagotchi anecdotes, tweet them at us, or I'll read them all out.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till Tamagotchi Tuesday, but get them submitted. That would be great. Tamagotchi Tuesday, of course.
Any Furby stories as well. I'd love to hear those.
And maybe furry stories as well, you know, if your pets, any of your fellow friends that do keep you feeling a little less alone. I had a cat once who was called Jasper.
I had a hamster called Arnie.
Arnie, good one.
Yeah.
I miss him. Peed in the fruit bowl, though. Coughing. Down and out. Aleksib gets it interesting as that bomb site has been lost. Just rumbles the defense. That's the first time I've actually seen Lato lose his bomb site. And it's a product of a very slow default crawl into the site. One kill is all it takes.
You can't even consider going for this one unless by virtue of the cash. You can see that they're already quite broken, coming in with a FAMAS and limited utility. So sure, it might be possible to retake the site, but yeah, don't even consider it. Save what you have, get as far away as possible, and it looks like that's a round secured. NiP now starting to look a little bit like more likely to close this one out. It was getting a little bit dangerous for them. That's 2 in a row. And like I said, the money is going to be pretty wrecked. They have to save these weapons. Can NiP justify a hun? Not really, and they're too far away to even consider it, to be honest with you. So there we have it. 14-9. Lato is asking for the HP of config, and he's replied in a nice fashion. So that's good sportsmanship. Yeah, we'll applaud that. Thank you.
2 rounds is all they need, and I'll remind you that this is just the first map of the series for the last spot in the playoffs from Group C. We've got a lot of teams locked in. It is looking rather stacked. We had the board over on the desk, the whiteboard, with all of those teams throughout the quarters, round of 12 and round of 16. Payne already there as a representative from the region, but 0-0 looking to take another spot, another seat at the table for Brazil. And NiP looking to go what most would consider to be an expectation of an organization with this much history. They have had their fair share of roster moves that's left them feeling unable to develop and grow. While taking a spot in the playoffs is certainly a good step in that growth direction. FAMAS is equipped. We talked about the finances and hanging on by a thread are 0-0.
Yeah. Goes without saying, this is a big round. One more to it for NiP to find 15. And starting to creep up and towards A. Pretty much everyone here, with the exception of Rez, is holding top of middle right now, looking for any potential flanks. And he might get one from the B apartments. Time will tell. Like this position from coldzera. He's actually tucked in the corner. Might be a bit of a nuisance. Time will tell.
Yeah, opportunities definitely tucked. Worried about Palace, but Aleksib's already slipped the net towards jungle. It's the frag onto Brollan that he's been waiting for.
It's all the old school maneuvers in coldzera. I'm very interested to see if this is even checked.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like old school, he gets to deny the plant for free here. Yeah, NiP get the bomb down, but now 2 in the feedback. Lato, dumau, Cold, every member of 0-0 barreling towards this A site now. Aleksib has the element of surprise perhaps, but it's been occupied for so long, they'll be aware it's, a threat. Spots the shadow. Can Brollan and Aleksib do anything? Yes, they can! Aleksib gets 2! Sprays down dumau.
No.
And Lato, what are you supposed to do now? Aleksib just completely wins the round. That was a 2 versus 4, and it's 1 in 1 spray.
Yeah, he's broken their back in more ways than one. Financially, psychologically, and that should be the map, unfortunately, for them, because Lato, he'll be the only player equipped with much going forward. He'll save the AK-47, but that is map point, as they'll enter with about $3,000 per player. Aleksib mows them down. Brollan gets a kill while blind, And yeah, tactical timeout. NiP have called it actually, so a chance just to say, right, let's not throw this one away. We were having some fun in the first half. Things got a bit out of hand in the second. Let's find the clean round right here, right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. And for 00Nation as well, you talk about psychologically, this was their map pick. You know, you spent all night thinking about it. You know it's likely going to be the ninjas in pajamas up against you. You go for Mirage and then you post a meager 3 rounds on your T side. And that was a recovery as well, the last 2 happening in the last 3 of our first half here this evening. How are you watching this evening? Let us know. You hanging out in the living room, you on your phone at the, what day is it today? It's a Sunday, yeah. So you probably—
Super Sunday.
You've lit the candle, you're chilling out, you're watching some Counter, having some dinner. Let us know. What's on the menu tonight? Smoke towards the window is on the menu for round 26. They will go for the quick CT presence towards the underpass. You can boost up and you can open up.
Yeah,
very nice. Very nice. Now returning is going to be half of the battle, but they managed to bait the shot. Headtrick unable to find the equalizer. And that's a dream start then for 0-0. Does look like Aleksib's going to continue to question this connector position. Good Molotov forces them to respect it. And that spray stops any potential lingering forward. Leering forward is Aleksib. He's got a gap on that side, and I can't believe Brollan's holding this. Cold goes for the Palace push. Aleksib connects, and now all onto dumau. What an off angle. He's got a lot on his plate, but he's doing it.
Yeah.
Bombs maneuvering back to T-spawn, Hank.
All things considered, he's had a pretty excellent showing as he finds 21 kills now. Brought them back into the round with the 3-on-3. 50 seconds remaining. NQZ a little bit tentative towards a window, doesn't want to commit to the peak, but now getting the information. No one boosting up, but can he detect Rez? He's already made it towards connector. dumau coming to inspect, and he might have his number here. He certainly has got Brollan's.
Yeah, caught unawares completely. Heading on into the potential for a plant on A, but dumau, the man doing it all. He's going to flash himself in, and he's not going to be able to deny the plant. But 1 CT is the call. NQZ going around the world. He actually wants to go for the T-spawn flank that seems like Headtrick's responsible for. Should be aware, or at least considering it. Yeah, here's the glance, and here's the frag. A perfect placement of the crosshair.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. Headtrick might have secured the game with that single frag. Rez waiting towards connector here, and there is no kid in play, Alex.
Yeah, precisely where my groan's coming from, but it has to be a 10-second one. Cold had it on the push. Rez needs this one. No, the bodyguard. They managed to pull it off. The 10-second defuse. Everything pointed to NiP close, but they just fumble.
Yeah, he didn't. I think he was in between 2 decisions there, taking down the attacker or the diffuser, and kind of went in between both of them. Didn't do any significant damage to the diffuser, and this is dumau saving the day once again, keeping the dream alive as Brollan overlooked his position, and then the flashbang over the top as well. We are going to see Headtrick with that frag, what I thought closed out the game, to be honest with you, but somehow no, they are denied. Rez can't find the killing blow. So they will have money going to round number 26, but this is much closer than we anticipated. 12-3 in that first half. 00Nation aren't going down without a fight.
I think that round's going to invigorate them. Like that one in particular, because at one point they probably thought, we've lost this. And now they have another chance, a new lease of life. Aggression on the menu here. Rez just has his head removed. And already Lato getting a test from Aleksib. Smoke will fade, an opportunity for him to go look about. Next has got full info ramp, so that might lead them to expect something towards the B site. Brollan and Headtrick were heading Palace, but are going to have to worry about that ramp slip. Cold and Lato responsible here for B. It's a good setup.
Yeah, another opening pick. A 5-on-4. And time is being whistled away here. Brollan misses the chance to take down next toward that A ramp, so he will retreat, drop the smoke. This is looking very good for the Brazilians to find yet another round. Only given away 3 in this second half so far, but can't afford to give away 1 more at all. So, what's the reply here? NiP drop the smoke down towards connector. It looks like they're trying to get up towards B shore here.
This is it. An opportunity for Config. He does keep them on their toes, but it's dumau again. This time kept to 1. A nice one back from Headtrick. NQZ, concerned about the stairs, leaves Brollan out of the ramp. Good flash, but Brollan's not going to have the info. Does spot him, does behead him, and now they got to rush this plant. They cannot afford to catch a shot here from NQZ. Up and over. Brollan, high impact now, high octane counter ahead of us.
That might be enough there. The 3-on-2, surely this is where they close things out. It's at the Cold Zera and Lato. The former here towards shorts, and he's got to deal with Config, who's buried in that connector, playing very defensive angles, you might expect. That could be a touchdown grenade. Not quite, but that's going to be a kill, and presumably the game. Indeed, 16-10, NiP take the map pick of 00Nation. It was a 12-3 start. Probably should have been a bit cleaner, Alex, but they got the job done.
Yeah, and I think that's all that matters to them. They have got one more map ahead of them, or even 2, to find that playoff spot. We're going to be seeing if 0-0 have got anything to say for themselves on the Ninjas in Pajamas pick of Nuke. That's where we're heading next. I'm hoping to see an explosive game, but we won't be able to get there without a quick break. Let's go take one, grab yourself a drink, and we'll be back with our second map.